think trend is a very broad term, and last year when we met on the first academy, we discussed about trends of going out on parties, being involved in commerce and things like this. There are also these trends of digitalization or questions of democracy also. But I wonder what is the importance of youth work. And if we go back to Erikson looking for the task of youth, it is something about confrontation with society, because young people have to build up their own identity, and this will go in the confrontation of society. And now I think there's a trend. This is going very difficult in the moment. 2 days ago, the German government posted a video here praising it when young people sitting on the sofa and eating chips because they don't go out in the corona time now. So, but what should youngsters do to confront with society if the government likes them to sit on a sofa and eating chips? So lying around is not longer a development conflict, I would say. I would see this dissolution of development conflicts as an important issue in youth work. Identity is not longer sought in the family or in the youth club, but in the discussion of global issues. So climate change, democracy, or even pandemic topic. And this debate often takes place in the virtual space. The problem is that in the virtual space, this is borderless. Anyone can go where he or she finds someone who likes his ideas. So there's no confrontation. The borders we need for development are not visible in this digital space, I think. And social workers cannot be on all these channels to discuss with young people. And even if they do, the government posts a spot like this. But there are many other young people who discuss and to have to say something, who confront. And I think we should look at this. I think youth work has to accept this borderless world and cannot longer be for all the young people on the place. So we have to develop methods dealing with this digital borderless, or how would you say it? We have youth clubs that are run by young people themselves, or we have projects where young people give support via internet. Even a suicide prevention is done by young people itself. So this was task which social work did long time ago, but now youngsters doing it themselves. And I think the trend should be to manage processes like this, to help people to discuss their topics, but not to be involved itself. We can't afford it. So we need the help of the young people and of the society. Yeah, it's a very, very interesting question, this innovation topic. I think it is also about learning and growing up. Constantly learning and growing up has changed in the past times and more based on the people themselves. So we do not have the teacher giving content any longer, and we do not have a social worker explaining the world, but it is changing. Youth can learn by himself. I'm impressed how many young people know about the climate issue. They did not learn this in school. And I'm very impressed how young people solve their growing up problems. They did not learn this in youth work. They did it on their own. So youth work has to give space for this development. And I think that's very difficult because we as youth worker, we learn to be professional, to step in. And now I think we should go step out, go step back, and let them do. I think that's a very difficult task. Yeah, that's an interesting question also. So, because walking is a very ancient technique, I think. So, and this pilgrimage walking with offenders, some people in Belgium started 30 years ago and took youngsters out from prison and walked to them to Santiago de Compostela. 2,000 kilometers, 3 months of way. Is it innovation? I believe there is some innovative things in, because we took back the staff of the prison, we took back all the educators, and they even took back themselves, and that's the point. They do not walk with the youngsters, they ask society to walk with them. So some other people's also taking a time out of their life, so from banking or some selling people, go this way with these young people. And in this situation, they connect. So they connect the society with the young people, and the social work stepping out and let them go. And I think this is the innovation on this project. And as we see, it does very, very much with the young people. These are young people who lived in closed institutions for a long time, who lived sometimes in prison. And after this walk, most of them try to live alone or go back to the families. And we see things changed because they were in a different context. And I think we should think about the method of stepping back, giving the space to do something. And this is why this ancient technique is also innovative, I think. I think on the local and regional level, youth work is getting more difficult in these times. So even the tendency in some countries to step back to the more right political side. So youth work is questioned, even here in Germany. Why do you do that? Isn't working on democracy, isn't it bad against some political directions? So it is getting very, very difficult, even here in Germany, and I think most in other countries much more. And in this moment, it is important to connect, to see what are the ideas of the others, what are the problems of the others, what are the solutions of the others. And I found it very, very hopeful to have these discussions last year and to see that my view in Germany is connected somehow to the other countries and to the situation in the other countries. And even it has been a project of peace to start this European Union. And now we see that it is getting difficult. The UK is going out, other are very problematic also. And I think it is very, very important to be very active to save this idea of a place of peace in Central Europe, or not even in Central, so in all Europe. Yeah, and I think the academy helps to do this and make this change. And so last time when we met online, to have someone sitting here in the room being from Belarus, it was very, very important for me to see, oh, there are strong problems, and I can even hear her, and I think it's good for the process. It could something be in the link between practice and science also. So there are some scientific discourses, but it is not easy to follow them, and it is on the one hand, and there are very, very many practical ideas on the other hand, but I think we should create a space for discussion in between to not only exchange ideas, but also to think, why could it be a good idea? So even if this pilgrimage project, we try to find why is it important maybe for developing resilience or things like this. And this connection of theoretical concepts and practical ideas should be something we should discuss there, and this, I think, could help both us, the theoretical side, and the practical side also, to see what is possible, why can we do this, and things like this. I think it would widen the view on the work, on the world. So I was a little bit sad last time that I could not bring all my students with me. Maybe this will be possible next time. But in this video project here now, I think we can produce things which are worth sharing and which will give new ideas to all visiting this and looking to this, and a more intensive discussion of our work, of our topics. And I think it should be something like giving spice to our everyday work when we can take part in this project.